Hi guys, it's your girl Wandika, originally from Jamaica, and today I want to show you the special journals I made for my birthday. So for my birthday, I said I was going to go back to my daily journaling. I've been journaling every day consistently for years, but for some reason this year I haven't been doing that. I don't know what's been going on. I do journal two different ways where I do daily journaling and I have a to-do list book with calendar, appointments and so on. And I hate the traditional way. Now this one is going to be for daily journaling, and this one is going to be just to write down my to-do lists and so on. And if you've been on this channel before, my planners are usually composition notebooks, but this year I wanted to change things up a bit, and I really like this green book, so I said, you know, I'm going to do the to-do list in this one. This flip through is going to be really quick because I'm basically just stuffed it with a lot of tea-dyed pages, so it won't be very interesting to watch, but I'll just point out a few features. Like, I used an old book. I think this was by a Chinese author, and of course I Mod Podged it and used lace. Now got this lace at Walmart and it was just the perfect size to go around it without doing any cutting except to cut to the end of where, you know, the book is. And so the width was really good because this is a fat book, right? And then I used the glossy Mod Podge so that, you know, it would have that sheen. This was in that dollar section of Michael's. They had some dollar keys. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to use this. At first I thought it was too big for the book, but I like the heart shape and it's red, and you know, it fits the journal that I want to create. And of course the Tim Holtz book ends. And I use this blue ribbon, you know, just for a bit of contrast. And this was how I sewed. I used the pamphlet stitch, but where I have more of a bigger gap than usual, because at first I wanted to keep the writing, but then in the end I figured, you know, maybe it's not that necessary. But in the end I thought it was still neat to do it that way. Now, recently, this was the packet that the spring roll came in. I, you know, got some Chinese food, and I got a spring roll, and they put it in this, you know, little bag. And I always liked the image on these bags, and so I decided to preserve it, particularly here, you know, considering it's a Chinese author. But that's the only, as far as I went with that theme. Now, I use very minimal pattern paper. As I said, it's mostly tea-dyed paper, so I'll just show you some of the, you know, things I've done. Made a pocket here and had some smaller papers in here. You know, I love my tuck spots. Now, with these, they used to be lined pages, but when I tea-dyed them, it dissolved the lines and gave it this nice bluish tint. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly, but I thought it really worked, and I was very happy with it. It gave it a watercolor feel, and this is part of the reason that I used blue, you know, to secure the book. So as I said, lots of tea-dyed paper, pattern paper, more of this blue tinted paper. Now what I did too is that when I got to a new signature, I would fold over the page and make a pocket so that I would hide the chipboard, or you would be seeing brown there. I don't really like that. So sometimes I do that so that it would have a seamless transition to to the next pages. So more of the same concept, new signature. And the thing is, I know that I can create as many pockets as I like. Yeah. Alright, so that's, pretty straightforward. I just wanted somewhere that I could write a lot and that would, motivate me to write a lot. And line pages don't do it for me anymore. So I'm so glad I made it. I'm so excited to start using it. It's so chunky. It's so chunky. I like to keep the color scheme, green, kind of olive green, mint greens, as well as pinks. I had these picture postcards, and I thought they kind of worked with this kind of journal. We have this pocket, and I just basically sewed this as a sheet, so I just folded the envelope and I sewed it as if it were, a regular page. Tuck spots. This was the brand I used. I mean, it wasn't special, but I like, okay, I should probably keep that for some reason. The brand I used to tie-dye the papers. Now, I saw another YouTuber use Velcro on envelopes, and I thought I was so inspired. The only thing is I wish I had used this on a sturdier envelope. And I do have some, but I think it's fine. It's just that, I don't want it to get too much pressure and wrinkle too much. So if I'm doing that again, I'll use a sturdy envelope. And here's the other side of the brown, the bigger envelope that I showed you. Right. And what I did, I just cut off the bottom so that I would be able to stick something in there. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Andika. Okay. And for those pages that just had solid colors, I just put a writing page. I'll just staple it on something so that I know I can just write something on it. More tuck spots. Another one. Writing paper. Another envelope. And the good thing is that I won't transcribe everything I've written, so that's why I have lots of pockets. Because the last time I tried to transcribe, it was just so overwhelming, so I didn't bother doing it. So I don't want that to happen again, so I'd rather have somewhere where I can just staple on what I've already written, or just put them in pockets and keep it moving. And even though I could write on this part, I thought I should stick on some writing paper here. And the beauty of this is that I can always take it off, or I can add a bigger page, whatever I think works. But I just wanted some more interest in this book, since it's gonna have sometimes pictures, sometimes any keepsakes, and lists of things that I have to accomplish. This is actually a print of one of my paintings, and I had tried to do a card with it and it didn't work, but I didn't want to throw it out, so I kept it. More writing paper. I went through all my paper packs to find green tone paper, and I really liked the selection that I came up with. And I used some washi tape because here was sort of cracking, so just to make sure it doesn't tear. And that's it. So I'm very excited to start using this as well. I didn't put any gems on the back because I figured it wouldn't lie down flat when I was writing, so you know, I think having it on this side is fine. Thanks
well.
so much for watching. Next time, I'll show you what I did with this journal, and I'll take you inside it, and you know, we'll talk a little bit about that. But I have to go. I just wanted to show these journals to you. I didn't want to keep all the fun to myself. And I'll also show you a journal I made for a friend. I'm so happy to be back on the channel doing a lot more videos. I hope that you will stick around. If you haven't, this is your first time, make sure to subscribe. Check out wanditagale.com. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time. Walk good.